In this video, we're going to show you how to install wheel hubs on your Toyota Camry located behind your front wheels. Let's go ahead and turn our key to the on position first, and then we'll go ahead and disconnect our ground terminal on our battery. Using a 10mm socket in your 1/4 inch ratchet, loosen the bolt on the ground terminal. Wiggle that terminal, slide it off, and set it aside. Using our 21mm socket, we're going to loosen and remove the lug nuts. Remove the wheel and set it aside. Now that we have our wheel removed, we now want to remove our axle nut. Now there is a little notch right here in the axle stub shaft here, and normally the axle nut has a little dimple in it to keep it from backing off. So we're going to use a little chisel tip here to go up underneath, and we need to undo that little rolled edge. Using a 30mm 12-point socket, loosen and remove that nut. You do want to make sure that the axle is free floating. So push on that, and this is what you should get. Now, for any reason, if that axle is not free floating, spray around the perimeter here of the wheel hub and the axle with some rust penetrant, and you can use a punch. Go in the center of the axle. Never smash the end of the axle using a hammer, because you can damage the threads and you'll never get that axle nut back on. So put a punch in there, hit it, get it free floating. Now, the reason why we initially started with turning the key to the on position and disconnecting the battery is so that we can do this. Otherwise, the steering wheel will lock and you won't have that ability to rotate this freely, because we're going to be doing this back and forth a few times to perform this job. Now here we have our brake flex hose, and there's a 14mm bolt holding this to the bracket. Loosen and remove this. Remove that and separate that hose like so. Now on the back side here, we have two 17mm bolts, one here, one up top. We're going to loosen and remove these here. I like to do the bottom one first. That way the up one holds the caliper and everything in place while we do this. Now before we remove this completely, you do want to go ahead and get your caliper hanging tool right here. Something to go ahead and support and hang this off of our strut spring up top. We want to get that up and out of the way. And you can see that the caliper dropped a little bit, so be careful with this. You do not want this whole unit to drop and pull on the flex hose. That could ruin that flex hose and you're going to end up doing more work than necessary. Just go ahead and slide this off. I'm simply going to put the hook through the bolt hole, pull this up, and hang it up top and out of the way. Now that we have the caliper and bracket removed, remove your brake rotor, set it aside. Now there's going to be 4 bolts holding our wheel hub to the knuckle, and you're going to access them through the back side. On the front side, I'm going to go ahead and spray this down some rust penetrant around the perimeter. Get those bolts a little bit, and then let this soak in for a little bit. Then we'll go ahead and tackle this on the back side, getting to those 4 bolts. Now the bolts themselves are 17mm. I'm going to use my shallow socket, a little extension, and my regular ratchet here. I'll go ahead and pop that lower one. Now, if you want to, once you break these free, you can switch over to another tool that's a little bit more efficient. So let's go ahead and do that. Now what we're going to do is take our knuckle and we're going to rotate it so we can gain access to the bolts on the other side of our CV axle. It might be easier to grab the wheel on the other side. All right, let's switch over to our power tool. Go ahead and zip those out. Now we're going to go ahead and crank our wheel to go the other way. I'm on the other side of the vehicle. Now at this point here, we're going to use our trusty hammer to go ahead and knock the hub off of the knuckle. Now it could take a few whacks here, work a little bit around here, back and forth. You want to be careful because this can shoot off and hit the ground or whatever's in front of you. If you want to, you can go ahead and grab the axle nut and throw that on just a couple threads to act as a safety so that that will stop as it comes off. Okay, it is now loose. Now as we remove the wheel hub, you have an ABS speed sensor on the backside you have to be super careful of, as well as your backing plate here. Remember the position of this here, make sure that the opening faces the front when we reinstall. As we work this off, slide it off of the CV axle. Right here is your ABS speed sensor. You have to be super careful of this here. Now let's go ahead and grab a little bit of sandpaper and we're going to clean up the inside of the knuckle where the hub goes. You can go ahead and grab some sandpaper, like 240 grit sandpaper works well, but we just want to go ahead and just kind of clean up that rusty surface on the inside there. Be careful of that sensor. Now if you want to, you can always go ahead and remove this sensor here. It's a 10mm bolt. Undo that and pull the sensor out. Not always necessary to do this or to remove that sensor. Use some spray solvent, give that a cleaning. And then go ahead and chase it with a rag, dry it off. Now before we install our new hub, I'm going to take a little bit of ANEC's compound and I'm going to put a little bit on the inside here. Don't get it on your sensor. We don't want globs on there. We just want a thin coat. And while we're there, go ahead and put a little bit on the splines of the axle. All right, let's go ahead and grab our new hub and get that lined up. Now we're going to start by getting our backing plate ready. And you want to go ahead and inspect that backing plate. Make sure that it's good and solid. If it's starting to show signs of rust or crumbling apart, you want to go ahead and replace it. This here is not that old of a vehicle, so it's not at risk of rusting away right away. But that is pretty much in general for any vehicle you're doing this job to. Now when installing the wheel hub, there's two things you need to pay attention to. Number one is the orientation of the holes. The ones on the bottom are further apart. Ones on the top are closer together. Now this has a magnetic pickup for your ABS. So make sure you do not put anything else metal around this, like a wrench or sockets or anything like that. You can damage the hub. Spin this around, line that up, slide this over the splines. Get that backing plate lined up. Okay, now that we have everything in the general area, I'm simply going to go ahead and take one of the bolts. I'm going to put some ANEC's compound on my bolt and I'm going to get that started in the back. I'm going to feed our bolt up through. You might have to rotate that hub just a little bit on the front side just to get that to line up a little bit. Now you always want to make sure you get these bolts started by hand. If you just put a power tool on there and start zipping them in, you can cross thread things and really make a big headache. Now I got these two started. I'm going to go ahead and use my power tool here. I'm not going to tighten them. I am going to run them in a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and rotate the assembly and I'm going to get the two bolts in on the other side. Now from the other side, I'm going to grab the wheel assembly and rotate it so we can get those two bolts in. Let's go ahead and get our bolt in. Get our lower one in. Now at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and snug these down. I'm gonna go ahead and rotate the wheel back. We're gonna tighten down the two front ones and then we can torque them all down. Let's go ahead and crank this out. Let's go ahead and tighten down those bolts. Now we're gonna go ahead and torque those down to 89 foot-pounds. Now we're going to crank this back and tighten the two on the back. Now that the front bolts are torqued, we're going to go ahead and torque the two back ones. Now at this point we're going to treat the hub face with some anti-seize compound. I'm going to grab our brake rotor. Set that into position. I'm going to grab a lug nut here. I'm going to spin this on. This is basically just going to make it sit flush while we go ahead and get the brake caliper and bracket assembly dropped into position. Let's grab our caliper bracket assembly, remove our supporting hook, slide this over into place. And I like to go ahead and get the upper bolt started first. Get this started a few threads. That allows us to go ahead and release it. Then line up the lower, grab the bracket, lift it in and out a couple times for that bolt to line up. And we'll get this started. I'm just going to run these down by hand. They're spinning in pretty easily. If not, just toss your ratchet on there and zip that down, or zip these bolts down. Now we're going to go ahead and torque these down to 79 foot-pounds. Next, we're going to go ahead and install our brake flex hose up top. Start that by hand. And we'll go ahead and zip that down. Now that we're all set here, you do want to hop into the vehicle, pump up the brakes, make sure that their brake caliper is compressed. And then don't forget, we're going to go ahead and loosen our lug nut. And next, we're going to go ahead and install our axle nut. Let's go ahead and run that down using our 30mm socket. Now from the passenger side, I'm going to grab the wheel assembly and rotate this. I'm going to grab two lug nuts and I'm going to put these on. Make sure that they're side by side here. I'm going to grab our pry bar and our torque wrench and we're going to torque down our axle nut. And we're going to use our lug nuts here to protect our studs. Get our pry bar in there. I'm going to torque this down to 217. Here it is. Now on the axle itself, there's going to be a notch in the shaft itself, and we need to dimple or roll the edge of the axle nut into that. I'm simply going to use my handle for my hammer, rotate this up, remove the lug nuts, set those aside, and I'm going to use my little flat or small edge chisel tip right on the edge here, and we're going to dimple this in. Just need to roll it in just a little bit. Install the wheel. Let's go ahead and get all of our lug nuts started. Once we have them all started, we'll come on back and snug them down. Let's go ahead and snug them down. Do not over tighten. Let's now go ahead and torque down our lug nuts to 76 foot-pounds. I prefer to do this in a crisscross pattern. Now let's go ahead and reconnect the ground terminal on the battery, and you can take the car for a road test. Grab the ground terminal, install that, press it down as far as it'll go. Using your 10mm socket, go ahead and snug this down. Once you feel it snug up a little bit, continue to go a little bit more. Give that a good wiggle, make sure that it doesn't twist. You're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.